there, Scorpio. Welcome to The Flow right here on YouTube. My name is as Mari, and if you are new here, The Flow is a space where we sow together, we grow together, and we move together on purpose with the sole intention of becoming the best versions of ourselves. This Soulversation is intended for the collective of Scorpio. So if you have Scorpio as your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, or if you have a stellium in Scorpio as well, this reading may resonate with you, but it doesn't have to be. Don't try and force it. If it doesn't, you can check out the rest of the sign readings that I've uploaded on the channel. So just check the playlist and check out what you want to check out or what you feel led to. Alrighty, Scorpio. So jumping into the messages that I got when I was in the meditative energy for you guys was, first of all, this song, Mr.Carter, which I haven't heard in such a long while. For those of you who are new to my channel, my spirit guides normally give me messages predominantly through rap songs. So if you're not about that life, I'm sorry, that's just how it works, and I know I'm not for everybody, so with love and peace you can click off if rap songs offend you, but if not, for those of you who are still here, hello. So the rap song was Mr. Carter. So many things with that. First of all, there may be somebody who's called Carter who's watching this. That's just confirmation that this is their message. You may have a friend or somebody in your soul circle who's called Carter. First, last, middle name, apply it, put it where it applies. And for some reason you may be looking for him, or you may be the Mr. Carter that is being referred to, because in the song they go like, "Hey Mr. Carter, tell me where have you been? They've been searching, they've been asking, they've been wondering why." So I feel like for a lot of you Scorpios, I just feel like you're in hermit mode if you ask me. And if it's not hermit mode, you're just like keeping away from certain people. Avoiding. I'm hearing the word avoiding. So you may be avoiding certain people. I feel you. You don't need to explain yourself to me. Do what makes you happy. Do what protects your peace. Scorpio, please. Yes. But yeah, there may be like a few people who are wondering like, why has Scorpio disappeared? Why doesn't Scorpio hang out with me anymore? As I said that 10 of Swords, I wonder why. Betrayal, perhaps? Lies, perhaps? Deception, perhaps? Low vibration, perhaps? Oh gosh, that is so funny. And then my guides are now playing that song by T.I. and Justin Timberlake. What is it called? Dead and Gone, which is so funny. Death card, like you can't make this stuff up at all. Oh, I've been traveling on this road too long. Oh, he's dead and gone, dead and gone. Okay, I'm really off tune with that. Also, I'm just trying to be quiet because I'm recording this at a funny hour of the night, but you know what? Fuck that. At least the message has been delivered. Also, excuse my French, I'm totally embodying all of me, my shadow side, everything. So this is me again. If it offends you, I'm sorry, but also not sorry. But yes, I do curse in my readings. I'm a bit of everything, and so I also feel like that's your energy, Scorpio, that you're really just being unapologetic about who you are, how you show up in the world, and if people don't like it, then that's too bad. I feel like people were used to a certain version of you, and they're just shook and perplexed that they're not getting the same version that they've been used to getting from you, Scorpio. But that's too bad for people, because if they're not on the changing train, then sorry, like we're not here to wait for you. With love and respect, everybody is on their own journey, but like you can't expect me to like wait for you to change if you're not, about that life. Anyway, your background energy is change, transformation, especially because it's coming up with a page of cups. I feel like it's a total transformation, and if you ask me, it's like going back to your true origins, mostly because the page of cups has come out with that. For me, the page of cups is like inner child type of energy, the type of kid that you were, that unapologetic child who just did things, um, yeah, without really being self-conscious, so to speak. For a lot of you also, there may be people that may be wanting to come forward and apologize to you because they know that they may have, backstabbed you with that whole Ten of Swords energy that, came out with the whole, hey, Mr. Carter kind of vibe. Also, for some of you, you may be like in demand for some reason. And I think I got this same message last time. So yeah, people are really looking for you. You may be, in the music industry as well. But it doesn't have to be just somebody who is in demand and that people are looking for. But right now, you're not about that life, for your own reasons. And I endorse it. If it's about your peace, keep your peace, please. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so extra background energy. You are choosing to weigh out every project in your life that has taken you for granted, right? Of course, a project can't take you for granted. So what I mean, like when it applies to a project, I mean like if you are starting to get bored with something and you feel like it's not giving you the returns that I don't want to say the returns that you want to see, because at the end of the day, if you really love something, even if something is not paying you or if something is not giving you the results you want to see, you're gonna, stick with it till the end, or until at least like results start coming out. But I feel like for this energy, it's about like finding out what to prioritize, because I feel like Scorpio, you're doing so many things, so many projects, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, we're here to be creators, we're not here to be one-dimensional beings, and so that's interesting energy to start off the reading. Oh, with this apology as well, there may be somebody who may be deciding to come and apologize to you because they took advantage. I was going to say advantage of you, but what I wanted to say was that they took you for granted. So maybe for some of you, you may have felt like someone took advantage of you, and they want to apologize for that. And yeah, expect them to be like, I'm not gonna do it again. But then please use your intuition, because at the end of the day, you know that God, source, spirit, universe, you are super in tune all the time. I say this to water signs every single Soulversation that we have. You guys are the most intuitive signs in the zodiac. And so even when you feel like you don't know something, deep down you really know. You know how I know? Because when something ends up panning out, you're like, I knew it. Exactly. So if you knew it, then admit it to yourself. That's the message that I'm getting here. But for others of you as well, you may be really getting like a lot of downloads, especially like in your dreams and when you're asleep, just messages regarding things that you have been asking God, source, spirit, the universe. So pay attention to your dreams. Number one, write them down if you don't already. For others of you, these messages may be coming like as realizations, like you may be just going about your day, and then you get like certain realizations. So I feel the energy of like journaling as well. For some of you, you may be getting communication from a family member, right? From an institution. It might be a workplace, it might be a family member. When the Hierophant comes out for me, it indicates any official official institution. So, when I was talking about the energy of people coming back to apologize for taking you for granted, it might be a job that, you were taken for granted at. It might be a relationship that, you were in that took you for granted. It may have been with a Taurus. It doesn't have to be. By the way, the signs I have on the board are Scorpio, your energy, Sagittarius. I have Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, double Leo energy. So you may have Leo prominent in your chart as well, because there are two Leo energies, and then we have Taurus. So yeah. Let me just leave it at that, because like if you know, So I like to really encourage, especially on this platform or anywhere on the flow, wherever I speak in public, I like to encourage, my soul tribe to be independent and learn how to decipher messages for themselves, because the collective that I'm reading for are very tuned in and tapped in soul beings who do their soul work and take spirituality very seriously. You guys are high priests and high priestesses in your own right. So yeah, I like to foster that and let you grow that yourself. I'm just here to deliver small messages here and there, as confirmations for what you already know about yourself. So yes, you may be receiving communication either from that family, or workplace, or that former relationship that you were in. Some of you were married before, so it might be a former spouse who has been watching you like a hawk. Like I just keep hearing that song by Michael Jackson. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. So yeah, you may be an MJ fan, but like that's the song that I'm getting that's coming through. But yes, I'm getting the energy of that they are just watching you flourish and bring back everything in your life back to balance, because when you were with this person, everything was out of balance, and it was out of balance for a reason, to teach you certain lessons, which I feel like you have learned. And that's why you cannot be found, like in my country, in Kenya, there's this dial tone, like when you call someone and their phone is unavailable, it goes like, sorry, the mobile subscriber cannot be reached. So I feel like somebody's been trying to call someone, and like that's the kind of like message that they're getting. So yeah, that's another confirmation for some of you. So yeah, I feel like you're just being very blunt with everybody that is close to you. I'm getting a lot of like family members, relationships, like you're not sparing anybody. You're being blunt with every single person, and you're like, if you're gonna mess around, I don't want this type of energy. I'm done. I feel like you have verbalized that you are done with anything that is putting you down. Like you don't have time. You don't have the time to deal with low vibrational energy that is unnecessary, that people expect you to heal for them, and want you to dwell in. Like I keep hearing like misery loves company. So like people are wondering why you're not miserable, and they're like, come and join us, and you're like, no, like the old me is dead and gone. Like I used to be that person who was always there for you, who was always on call, who was always what is it, like always available for the wrong people. And now you're choosing to stand up for yourself, and be like, I've actually like had enough. I'm hearing more MJ songs, so maybe like you really love MJ, or he's like been really important in your life, because I'm hearing, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Enough is enough of this garbage. So yeah, I feel like you're starting to just be very vocal about protecting yourself and your energy, and just keeping on that high vibration and being like, you know what, if anyone is trying to come into my space and pretend that they care about me when I know very well that they don't, like, you're not having it. Like, that's all I can say. Like, you're just not having it. You are choosing to vibrate in this space of unconditional love and just be in your heart space. I actually spoke to Pisces about, shining their light. And so I feel like you're choosing to shine your light towards the people that are giving you the same type of love that you are giving yourself. So maybe the Pisces reading has messages for you. Maybe you have Pisces placements. I don't know. It's your choice. It's up to you. So if you want to check it out, it's available on the channel. But yeah, that's what I feel for you as well. For others of you, you may be getting a love offer from a Leo. It doesn't have to be. Or you may be choosing to, share your beautiful cup of love with a Leo. Yeah. Because you have finally gotten to this space where you have done the soul work, where you have healed all parts of yourself, your inner child, your divine masculine, your shadow, all of those, archetypes are on deck and they're on your team and they're like, let's go, let's get it, let's conquer, let's do it all, let's give ourselves everything that all these people tried to take away, all of these things that people tried to. And when I said take away, I just heard that nothing that is yours can be taken away from you. So I feel like tried to perpetuate an illusion that things were taken away from you. All they can do is delay things, friend. You see, all they can do is delay things. And I feel like, this is you really embodying Leo energy of just having the strength and courage to not only look within yourself and see the ways in which you allowed this backstabbing to happen, and now that's why you're choosing to have those boundaries and just be nowhere to be found for those people who just went out of their way to hurt you in every way, shape or form, like to totally leave you out in the cold, leave you just with nothing. There are people in the world who exist like that. Shocking, right? I find it totally perplexing, being an empath, that there are people out there who spend their days plotting and planning how to ruin someone else's day, life, relationships. Like, it's strange to me, like, and then you wonder how these people complain that, they're not happy with their lives, but you're like, don't you have like a high paying job? Like, why are you coming after me? Like, why don't you aren't you married? Why are you trying to come after my relationship? And that really shows you that these people are really unhappy. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. And they see and they feel the energy that you are coming into this space where you are not only in unison with yourself, but you're in unison with God. And I feel like that is the best recipe in order to attract your soulmate, to attract whoever you end up marrying, to attract whoever you end up being in a long-term relationship with, if you don't believe in marriage, right? Because anyone who is on that vibration, who has sought God, who has sought spirit, who has sought universe, can only find you through going through God, through going through spirit. That's how I feel that high vibrational relationships work, especially through my own experience going through low vibrational relationships of all sorts and kinds. Yeah. So Scorpio, thank you so much for tapping in and hanging out with me. This has been fun. If you'd like to check out any of our love offerings, you can do so in the description box down below. And if you feel led and want to check out some more energies from me, you can check us out on Patreon and buy me a coffee. But until next time, Scorpios, namaste.